Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Friday, 3:30 after the close, and what a nice close that we had. Apple hitting all-time highs, so that was good to see. Um, Going back 2 weeks ago, I said that the options market broke, and yeah, broke here. And then when it does, it's not a 1 week event, or it may skip a week or whatever, but overall the trend is something has changed, and it's going to take a little bit for the options market to get itself in check to take control of the stock again. But for the foreseeable future, until I see something, that's not the case as of right now. Technically, last week finished under, but those open interest, it was a weekly. They're switching around so much that I wasn't having people play anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just doing this for my um, my guidance and just to keep a running total. So what you almost had though, and I took off the probability. I haven't had it on there for a couple weeks now, um, just because then I want to look out for people. I don't want people using this. He said it's not going to go above. That's not how you want to use this data anymore. For right now, as soon as I see something, I will definitely put this back on, but not for right now. You almost had though. It will come. The options market will be kind of funky. And now that there is so much open interest and so much volume on Apple, like options are getting so much more popular than they have been just by the day. So I'm kind of venturing into new territory too with you guys, but it'll be interesting to see how quickly the options market can whip the stock into shape, because like you saw all this week, Apple was here's a screenshot from Wednesday morning. um I'll put this over here. So from Wednesday morning, and you guys noticed how Apple would like be up here 362, 360 or whatever, and then they just drop it in the pre-market right beforehand. And then see how in the morning Apple gets up to this 360 level, and then it would just drop. I'm not gonna go into, I've said it 100 times, whether it's manipulation or just straight up hedging effect type thing, doesn't really matter. The thing is, know even when this like isn't in play, know that you want to know where this stuff is, because if Apple comes and hits this 360 and keeps bouncing off it, well, it's because of options. It's not because of anything else. Now, just randomly out here, so Apple's 350, or I guess it would ultimately want to be down here anyways. But say there was just, it was out in thin air, at this 335, and it starts to do funky stuff, like keeps hitting that 335 one way or the other, then something's up. Something other than options aren't doing that. It's kind of, you better be on the lookout for something. So all week though, you did see, and I don't know whether it's because the options market is getting so strong, but all week you saw it bounce off, and then as of last night, if it wasn't for Google's earnings, who knows? I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not really relevant, but it was 357 or all that. It was below 360. And then today you had, again, it doesn't really matter too much because I don't have an exact answer, but it looked like it was just going to close right at that 360. It's not going to really matter. Like, I'm not one of these people that I definitely don't do like the Max Payne exact strike. I don't even, it's just the range for me. But is it going to close 360, 40, 359? It doesn't really matter, whatever. You know why Apple is right in that range, because of options. Why this happened? It may have, or who really knows, but here's the July weekly from today. You had just massive, this is probably the highest I think I've ever seen. You had over 100,000 contracts trade on that 360 today, and there was 53,000 open interest. So who knows, throughout that whole day, so you had double the open interest. So maybe that open interest really, and you'll never know, came down to just a level. Most of them closed up. So say um, all day they were just closing up all day, and then finally there wasn't too many left, so there's not going to be very much or very strong selling pressure, or at least all at once. And then mixed with earnings is next week, and then people, buying at the end of the day, because I know that was my game plan, and chatting with people through email and stuff like that. I would buy the clothes. I would just wait, let all this. This is why people don't really hold until options expiration, anyways, because just weird stuff happens. But since it's the end of the day, Wall Street's a herd, and if everyone had the same game plan, it's kind of just on. And this was just organic buying in masses. So for whatever, like say, kind of if you minus that part out, it definitely looked like this was in control until that last part. Um, maybe the selling ran out. Anyways, stuff like that's just kind of more fun to guess what happened. But if it wasn't for that, I mean, this should have worked. But at the same time, we don't have any money on the line there as far as I can't have it go over because you're shorter calls or shorter call spread or something like that, something net short. So um, yeah, I'll just keep a lookout when it looks like the options market is gonna control Apple again. But for the foreseeable future, nothing really looks like it will, and it kind of takes a week or so to kind of see that it is, and nothing yet. Kind of coming out here to next week. The July's. These only been trading for 2 days. This is next week's weeklies. You have someone come all the way out here to 380. It was yesterday, but I mean they're not doing it because they want to just put money into thin air. So these are real buyers out here, and then you have someone at 385. So that's always good. Just kind of showing where somebody's placing some bets up at. So yeah, this data, even though the max pain it's not really on right now, these are always definitely good to know. And I'm just constantly bullish on Apple, anyways. But it's perfect time. You just come down here and you use the put side. You start selling that because what you're gonna have is this is kind of just no man's land. Like you wouldn't want to sell puts right here. You wouldn't want to sell them right here. You'd want to come out and sell them right here because what happens is there's going to be no buying pressure, just thin air, thin air, thin air, and then bam, comes up right here. People start to close up, it goes the other way. So these are definitely points of buying and selling. I'm not into technicals and stuff like that, but it would definitely be your resistance and supports type thing. So there was a reason all week it was bouncing off that, that's for sure. And then it must, for whatever reason, it just overpowered the options market, which we were planning for anyways, because up here. So far the plan, everything's going according to plan. I'm gonna do another video, so maybe be on the lookout this weekend. This portfolio model, I'll go over everything on this, so just so I don't mix the two videos or make it too long. But yeah, if anyone wants me to, I send out these trades when I do them, everything. Oops. So if anyone wants to do it, just email me and put that in there, and I'll send you out little notes and when I do these things. So all right, have a good weekend.